Okay, so good morning, guys. I myself is Dr. Adira KL, and I was a Neet and TS aspirant. Still, I am. But I took my coaching and all. But I just wanted to guide some of you guys who are clueless to what to refer rather than referring to coaching institutes. What to refer other than the coaching institute. I want to guide you all. For interns, I know when you open the Pulse, it's like everything is new, or it's not like that. Actually, I will guide you all. Actually, for those who are not taking coaching, it would be more helpful my video. Those who are taking coaching, some of the extra points from my point of view I have added. Let's start. So as we see here, it is the Bible, that is the dental pulse. You need to first complete dental pulse at least 4 to 5 times. It is the minimum reading that is required. Okay. The second textbooks, our main textbook that we have studied for our every year. Okay. So especially for an art, BD Chaurasia is needed, because in order to refer the diagrams, the points and all, you need BD Chaurasia rather than dental pulse. It's full, it's here and there, you will get confused. There is synopsis that you need to learn, but first learn your textbook, then go for dental pulse. Second, I would suggest you for Sparsh Gupta Pharmac, which is a very nice book, especially for medical students. Gobind Rai Sparsh Gupta, but it contains a lot of questions. For example, if I say central nervous system or autonomic nervous system, there are more than 200 questions in that. Okay, so if you are okay, that's just starting of NEET preparation. It's just July, so you guys can go for it. Balaji Ortho, you can also refer Jitendra Sharan. It's also a nice textbook, but I think it's better to prefer Balaji since we are most familiar with these books. But those guys who are familiar with the other standard books also can refer that, but it depends. The more questions, Ortho is like a little bit difficult. When you get into the practical terms, you get to know Ortho rather than mugging up the theory. So yes, you need to solve many clinical questions as possible. Then Vivek Sharma PhD, especially those who think epidemiology and biostatics were so much you cannot study, it's very irritating. That is the most important and interesting chapters. I'll teach you all, but you first need to know, especially from Vivek Sharma. And for exams, this comes from this many questions as possible. Example, this time also many questions came, like rather than reading. Shobhan Peter is a very nice book, but Shobhan Peter does say, but many other things which is explained in Vivek Sharma has not yet been covered. Okay, so if I tell you that now, I think so if it's for the guys who are starting preparing the preparation, so it won't be good for them. They might get confused. So that's why I'm not using any terms or any which might make them nervous. It's easy, we all can get through very nicely. Okay, then Prosto Nalaswamy, you can refer Nalaswamy for images, like you can refer many classifications are there. Okay, the Applegate's classifications, you can refer that. Then Schaeffer's, yes, many other OP images. OP, they ask many things. They ask especially the clinical features. You need to know how does melanoma looks, how does squamous carcinoma, how does Baker's carcinoma look, what is the difference between this papilloma, how does it see. So everything, you need to know everything. Okay, what I am telling you now, you won't understand and not get nervous. You will face it slowly. Okay, other sources rather than this, I would suggest you dentist, especially for medicine, because in pulse it is a little bit twisted. Also for anat also I will refer you. Microbiology, this is a very important thing, and this saved my life. And this is like virology and virology and bacteriology. Okay, so this too is the most important topic. It is a 3 hours video. Okay, and once you see that, everything will be so easy for you, whether the bacteria is non-motile, whether the bacteria is sporing, non-sporing, everything will be so much easy. I also took coaching, but this was a major change in microbiology. This also was not taught in any coaching center or something. ChatGPT is a very important thing, especially for clearing doubts, because many coaching center it's difficult to clear the doubts. So my personal experience is just click the picture, you can ask ChatGPT what is the reason. Any stupid doubts you can just ask. So yeah. Then tips. Whatever coaching institute or lecture notes you are having, you need to make your own notes. For example, OP, if you are just opening the dental pulse, if you are learning the cyst or tumors or whatever it is, it's just here and there. You won't be able to recall the classifications. Where does it come? Which class does it come? Whether it is non-endogenic epithelium or endogenic epithelium. Where does this come? Whether it's malignant, it is benign, which group, which under. Any tumors and cysts which we have not heard also are there. So you need to categorize them first. You need to learn. You need to make your own notes. See the images. Okay. OP, I would suggest you. Not only OP. Even for ortho, for me, I think so. Ortho, especially myofunctional appliances, the chapter was very difficult. So the chapter which I felt very difficult, I made the notes. Okay. For OS fractures, the pediatric fracture maintenance, and also the adult fracture maintenance, there is a difference in both of them. So you need to know that. Okay. So then, sticky notes, this is very important, and this also saved my life, especially for PhD. You would need to learn the history of fluorides. So I just made a simple sticky notes like what happened first in an order. This we won't be reading in our final year, so which we have not yet read, right? So just make that. Then how much fluoride content is there in sodium fluoride, and many other things like enterifices, many things. We just make an oral bodies, oral programs, what are simples, child development program, where it goes for many things you need to know. Not only this, many things. And there should be a separate book for numericals, especially for the dental materials. It is a very volatile subject, and you need to know. For example, if you're knowing about the density, you need to know the density of water, you need to know the density of gold, everything you need to write it down in sticky notes. You need to revise, or you can write it in a separate, not only sticky notes, you can write it in a separate book for numericals and read it out. Diary. So pulse points. See, there are many things which we are learning new, right? For example, whatever we get wrong, some answers we might guess. First reading, don't write it. Okay? Second reading, wherever you find it very difficult, write the extra points down. Whether it's getting filled, it's okay. Just read it. Okay? Timetable for 1 month, just make it. For example, if this is your day, okay, one day if you are guessing, okay. So main thing, if you're starting with an art, during your first reading itself, practice like this. Half of the day you should go for an art. Okay, take 2 to 3 hours for this sticky notes. At first there, I know it won't be there, and diary. Later you should divide like this. Okay, and this the next subject. For example, you are taking an art and OS. Okay, because these two are related. All these relate the subjects. For me personally, it is like this: anat, OS, or physio. And I would suggest you guys first learn physio. No one tells you this, because everyone thinks that physio nothing is there, but physio is the basic of everything, whether it is any subject. So I would suggest you all to go for physio first, and then to read other subjects. Okay. Yeah, advanced level, after completing pulse and dentist and all, I won't suggest, but yeah, Neeraj Vadhavan is a good option if you have time. Many advanced next level questions are there. So I hope this video is kind of useful for you guys. See you again in the next video. I'll tell you how to manage stress, how to manage all these kinds of stuff, and I'll start teaching like bite-sized things. I will give you guys like some topics I will teach you. So I think for the interns or for whoever not taking coaching, it would be helpful. Okay, bye bye.